Metal Plant Rock. Thunder. Reptile. Have I heard of Karn X? Yes? That's, yes? I say with an upward inflection because I'm not entirely sure, actually. Wait, I need to get rid of things. It'd be super cool if you guys collabed. I've never collabed with anybody ever. I don't even know how to do that. Talking to other people. Oh my god. Ah, the rock of the female. God. My dreams. I'll just make a big female. A grass lady. First year Duel Links was crazy hilarious. Rex Dino meta. Oh, I can make a snail. Snail. I love Duel Links in the first couple years. I was just playing dinosaurs, vampires, more dinosaurs. Snail. It was fun. But then, like, the first day of Master Duel was just, like, normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals. And I was like, eh. This isn't as fun. I was blinged out in Duel Links. Mystical Moon. Mystical Moon. Does Mystical Moon work on Flame Fire Tiger?
Street Fighter 6.
Fangs?
And Shekinah, son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam, woke up and said to Ezra, "Thrust past it, our God."
Learned a lot coming back to the TCG and Master Duel. I learned a lot too, but I don't want to learn anymore. Everything else I'll learn through watching duel logs like I normally do. Orgler is... that is a beast. Hey Johnny, how are you? Sure. Oh god, if he opened Jiragumo again, I was gonna cry myself to sleep. Again! And no cocoon either. Bink, boonk, bong, beak. Beep, boop, bong, beep, boop.
Street Fighter 6.
Dang, it's hot in here. I need to turn on my fan. Why is it always so hot? Crying. Oh my god. Oh, I'm Jupiter! Oh, Christ. Wait, this is... oh my god, I actually can't be past...
Transgressed and have taken pagan wives, adding
Street Fighter 6.
okay, maybe I don't have the gray that you and David have right now. I'm rubbing it in right now. But you know, I am an old man. But I have less time than any of you guys here to try to have success in this game.
Laying it out
No
on the
time
table
for this
today, aren't
zanging.
we? Jeez. Well, congrats to Diaphone. Yeah, Kimberly looking like a really good character. We're setting up.
Are familiar with exactly what Amir's done throughout his Street Fighter career, but this dude is an absolute Chun-Li legend.
Let me tell you something. Nobody knows Amir's career better than I do, because I knew him when he was like 10 or 11 years old. He would go to UCLA's arcade and play there where I was going to college, and he would whoop my ass in Alpha 3 and get me so salty. And he has been that guy for so... He's one of my demons out there. I cannot fight. I cannot beat this guy.
You guys are... Imagine James Chen, UCLA college student, raging and going crazy because the kid keeps beating him is the funniest image in my head right now. I'm sorry.
Whatever you're picturing, it's accurate.
Yeah, angrily stomping towards the quarter machine.
Dude, that's what Alex Valle calls the walk of shame. You know, when you run out of tokens or quarters and you gotta walk all the way to the change machine. People these days do not have that experience of the walk of shame, because it hurts, because you start walking to the quarter machine, everybody's looking at you. They know you just lost, Mike Ross. They know you lost. That's why you're going to the machine.
That's right. Yeah.
I think the walk of shame is one of the purest arcade memories that you can like tell people nowadays, and then it's like, what the hell are you even talking about? Like, buddy, they took all the money out of your pocket and now you have to go and get more. Like, it's so brutal. It's like, yeah, and this is why I love having you guys on, because I get other people outside of my friends on the weekend that understand all this stuff, that understand how, like, yeah, man, like, we look at the arcades and it was like, there's this wonderful Cheers-like place, but it was also brutal as hell.
Yeah, just going on with the walk of shame, you know, as there's also that feeling too, you know, that look. Let's say you're the one that beat the person and they got to take that walk. You see them getting up, you see them checking their pockets, they walk, and then you look at them. Are they gonna come back? Are they gonna come back for more? Oh no. All right, we're getting back into the match too. Now we're gonna see Saber Ken Masters versus Diaphone's Kimberly. That Kimberly is looking solid throughout this entire tournament. Now we can see what Saber can do here. Another old school legend.
Yeah, he even had a very famous match that if you actually see, JM Crofts talked about it on his YouTube, where during an Evo team tournament, he like beat up Alex early on in Street Fighter 4. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why Alex picked and put him on his team, you know, because Saber obviously is one of those guys who's just so good at being strong early on in a game. What a block on that empty jump.
That's right, that was Saber's Sakura versus Alex Valle on Team Wildcard. I was on that team. I remember that match like it was yesterday. Oh my god, that mix-up was disgusting.
Yeah, this is the thing about Kimberly, is she just rushes at. So they took away her EXDP. She doesn't have a get off me move, and as a person who abused that in the beta, that's fair. I actually think it's completely fair, and she still can rush you down in the corner just like this. It is brutal what this character can do to you.
You know, I still just got to get used to hearing you talk about you playing a character that was arguably considered top tier. I'm just not used to that, so pardon me if it takes me a moment to digest.
Right? I'm not downplaying my character. I'm not saying Cammy sucks in Street Fighter 4, but she was clearly good for like 7-8 years.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
see, like I said, man.
You got it.
Oh, I was just about to say, I'm too old for this now, Mike.
No, not the patented line. Oh my gosh. Oh, that did no damage. Where's the damage?
Yeah, lot of scaling, because that combo was long. Oh, what?
Diaphone
Jeez,
doing
and
work
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, and honestly, Diaphone was one of the players that I looked to during the betas because he was already doing damage with that character back then. So no surprise to see him doing well here.
It was interesting what you mentioned, James, how even Kimberly was probably the character technically like adjusted the most from the betas, where like her pushback on some moves, she got buffed in certain ways, she didn't get buffed in certain ways, she lost her EX wake up, you know? It's crazy that there's other changes to other characters that seemingly helped them, but Kimberly clearly was like already super good.
Yeah. I mean, at first I was like, in the first beta, I was like, she's okay, but then I was like, no, she's good.
You're trying to downplay James, but it just didn't work. It's not gonna happen. I'm glad. Filipino man right now. Yes,
I've
rocking
learned my
that.
lesson. And here we go towards the corner, and nice block on the overhead. Filipino man going with that Chun-Li. Definitely used a lot of Chun-Li before Rose in Street Fighter V.
Yeah, that's right. Trying to get some DIs in there. How are your reactions, James? Are you seeing all of the drive impacts yet?
I remember I told you I'm old. My reactions were bad when I was young, and they're even worse now. So I see drive impacts, and I'm like, pretty colors, and then I just get hit and I die.
See,
These young kids, man, they've got the reactions. They can do it. They can do it. Oh man. But here we go, corner position. Okay, wake up level 1. Nice, get off me. Yeah, here we go with the quarter pressure here. Oh, here we go, forward throw, and she has true throw loops in the corner. She has all the frame advantage there, so it's a very scary situation. Baits the wake up this time, and Diaphone taking out Filipino man.
Filipino man,
I feel
back to
I feel like we're seeing a pretty similar situation play out here, you know, where their Diaphone's complete understanding of like the Kimberly game plan is being put on full display here, and if you're not ready for it, it feels insurmountable. Like, she was already a huge snowball character where the snowball just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden, oh, I have a paint can about to explode under my feet. Oh, good. So and I feel like he's not even relying on that like a ton, and that's what a lot of Kimberly's did in the beta. Now it's just like her crazy good close range buttons, her good walk speed, and her ability to convert like every hit.
You know, and I also like to see that, you know, Diaphone is sticking with Kimberly because, you know, some people just dropped it as soon as they heard that the character was nerfed. But not only is he sticking with Kimberly, like you said, he's kind of playing it with his own style, but he's also, as we've seen so far in the tournament, he's not having any problems or struggling against any other players right now. Diaphone is doing some serious work. We are rarely getting to see the rest of his team play. But yeah, shout out to Diaphone for holding it down for the Kimberly army, for those that have left, that stayed true to the character.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Diaphone, he's part of that kind of new crowd. I put Diaphone with like Nitro and Tempest and Jonathan Tene, the anime players who are just so good at all these games. And frankly, Street Fighter 6 might be the most Guilty Gear-esque of Street Fighter that it's ever been, with characters like JP and everybody having their own meters, right? Like, Manon's got the metal, Jamie's got the drinks, Kimberly's got the paint cans. Like, that's not a common Street Fighter thing, but in 6, like, everybody's just got their own little system inside themselves.
Yeah, and I think that's what's fun about the game. It just intrinsically from the previous Street Fighters is that, hey, we're going to get our characters back. Oh, cool. And unlike SF5, where some characters got their tools like split up and put into different ways, this game is like, no, so they're going to get everything. Like all this stuff from the previous game too. And so here's those new wacky stuff. And you're like, oh my God, how do I even use all of this? It is actually the most like kitted these Street Fighter characters have ever been. Like, even technically more so than Marvel versus Capcom games to a degree. It's insane.
Yeah, what you're saying, like you're 100% right with that. It's there's no tools locked behind a mechanic. You have access to everything at the start. In fact, we're gonna start you with full meter, go nuts. You know, this is why this game is completely, you know, it's wonderful to watch, and it's even more wonderful to play too.
Yeah, and I've heard about this, that Vi has been playing some Blanca, and I'm really curious to see what he's gonna do with this character.
You know, I'm just curious to know at what point in Vi's Street Fighter career did you just say, you know what, that's it, I'm trolling now.
I mean, I remember in Street Fighter V, because, you know, he used to run Wednesday night fights, and, you know, he would try to teach a lot of the players there to become very strong players. And one of the things that he used to do is he would play characters that nobody would use. He was one of the first players to really try to give Rashid a chance here in Southern California, and started winning with him before, like, the likes of John Takeuchi showed us what that character can really do, you know?
Right now, you know, looking at this matchup though, Valle is the anchor on his team, so it really is up to him. He's got to pull off some crazy Blanca gimmicks. And again, there's so much Blanca tech out there on the internet. I don't know how you replicate it. If anybody has seen Mo Tempest videos, it's absolutely disgusting to see the Blanca stuff he's come up with. But, you know, let's see if Valle can pull off some Valle shenanigans to take out Diaphone, because they need to do something to get rid of this Kimberly. This Kimberly's a menace.
Oh, trying to throw out the Blanca Chan, got the Chan out there, and there you go. Yep, you see the interrupt, and it's still going for the perfect parry, but Blanca Chan coming into play. Oh no, burned himself out.
James,
Diaphone has
I got
burned
a
himself
question for
out.
you.
Yes.
James, what is that? What is that number 2 next to Blanco? I know it looks like the Blanca Chan thing, but what is that exactly? Why does it say 2?
That is how many Blanca Chans he has in his back pocket for him to throw out during the course of a match. So he starts at 3 every single round, and we saw Valle use 1. And so he only has 3 of them to use during the course of a match. And depending if you hit it with electricity, EX electricity, you know, Super 2 install Blanca balls, like the Blanca Chan reacts differently every single time.
Got you. Yeah, I didn't know that, and I guess there's no way for him to refill the dolls in the match. So that's fair. That's a little kind of, you know, it's as fair as Blanca can be, you know, for the animal that he is.
And Diaphone is making sure that Vi doesn't have a chance to even use any of the Blanca Chans this round.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one.
Oh wow. Yep.
No, why did he stop?
Oh man. Diaphone with another OCV for Diaphone. Goodness gracious, this dude is a tear. The anime team right now is doing very well, but I should say it's Diaphone that's doing very well, because we don't really get to see the other players on the team. His Kimberly is just absolutely monstrous right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Literally right now.
Go ahead, James.
I was to say, literally right now, if you took me, David, you, Mike, and you, Max, and put them on Team Diaphone, we would still have a perfect record right now.
Yeah, and I'm actually trying to think back. Has Diaphone lost any of his matches yet? I don't know if we've seen anybody else on Team Anime technically play yet, right?
We did actually. I don't remember who it was that beat him, but their whole team got beat. We saw Fame 96 with Marissa. We saw Chakotay with Lily. We saw Flash with Blanca and Kizzy with DJ at the end. But it's I can't remember exactly which team it was.
It was
might have been
multi-game,
Team
right? It was
SF5.
Sonic Fox. Wasn't it Sonic Fox's
That was the
team
one.
that beat him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Team Sonic Fox. We were seeing because that was the very first matches we were seeing where it's like, oh my god, JP, what is going on? Speaking of which, this is exactly what I was asking for. Oh, we get to see some Marissa.
This is exactly what you wanted, Max. We're seeing Marissa. We're gonna see some tech. We're gonna see everything. And we're also gonna see some IDOM with his domination performance, possibly. But right now, it looks like Automatic is like, all right, I've had time to watch you. Let me show you my tech.
Yeah, Automatic here with the Marisa over here, trying to trap Manon in the corner. Nice backdash to avoid the command throw, and Marisa's one of those characters that she just hits you like 2 times and you're dead. That punch, like the way that it's animated, nobody should survive that. Like that should just drain all your life. She punches your head into the ground. Like who can live?
Much agreed. And dang, Idom just quickly turning that around. I mean, he had the lead in the beginning, but Automatic started coming back, and Idom woke up and was like, all right, let me stop putting an end to this nonsense.
Dude,
are you gonna
got
use that,
word
James?
here from. I'm just gonna I just got word from the internets over here that apparently Blanca can refill his dolls with a back taunt. So there you go. Nice.
I like that. Okay. I don't want you to say this, James. I don't ever want you to say this after, because this is not a good pun. But you know, I've been working. Oh wow, nice. I've been studying, you know, from you, James, for many years. You know, ever since you were JC Hensor, sorry.
JC
And
Hensor.
are you gonna coin the term? What are we seeing with all of this nonsense?
Yo, Mike, I'm so proud. You're gonna make me cry on stream again.
Did I do it? Did I do it, James? Did I do it?
Fighting games are something so great. He's all grown up. Mikey's all grown up.
Oh my god. If I could eliminate puns from the human language, I could. And I would. Yeah, you say JC Hensor, like, I think people understand that, because that was when in my head I was looking up a Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter game fact written by, you know, Jay Chensor. No, that's just JC Hensor. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, the first person that ever, the very first person I ever heard JC Hensor from was Mike Ross. When we did the Dog Face show a long time ago, that was the first time I had heard that.
And that's when I exposed how illiterate I am. And right, yeah, who is this? We got the name is, Safe. I'm sorry, yeah, I see that right there. This is the anchor on the team versus Idom. Idom just, you know, once they get to him, it's just a complete problem.
Yeah, Idom, of course, is just, I mean, we saw the run that he had with Laura at EVO Top 8, just working his way through the likes of Mr. Crimson and Daigo and Tokido. It was like a who's who of players in that Top 8, only to fall to Kawano at the last second. But, you know, Idom, the way that he's so good at knowing when to command throw and when not to command throw means that I never want to deal with his nonsense ever.
Oh no! It's caught on! It's spreading! Well, right now, yeah, Idom is sitting on, I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah, I know. Do we call it 4 stocks? Is that what we call it? What's the term for that, where Manon has the
medals.
Damage.
We just call them medals.
Medals. Okay, medals. Sorry. So she's got 5 medals right now, so 1 throw will probably be enough, or you can just go into that.
Was that a single hit confirm, or was that like a whiff option select that, you know, a lot of the top players use, where they just buffer a move just in case it hits at outside ranges, you know?
I'm not even going to pretend like I know what Idom is doing. He is on a level far above what I can comprehend, but it was sick indeed.
Yeah, Idom is just one of those players that, I mean, New York clearly produces some of the best fighting game players of all time, and Idom just is continuing that tradition, and he's just so solid. But look at this, Safe right now, getting the Ken level 3. trying to eliminate Idom. It might be the first time we see him lose on stream. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Oh, he did it again. 2 wake-up servers. He's not scared.
The last time, yeah, we did see Punk beat Idom, and that's where we got treated to the Punk versus Snake Eyes match. So, oh, never mind. Yeah.
He saw the drive rush and just stuck out a button. Had the whole confirm Idom. How do you clutch these out?
Dude, and that's one of the coolest parts about Street Fighter 6, right? You can turn like a random button, right? Not even a random, but a well-placed button into conversion, drive rush, full damage, you're dead.
Absolutely insane. Of course, and Idom has been so consistent. You know, James, you were asking, you were wondering, like, is Idom buffering this? Is he hit confirming it? I think Idom is hit confirming everything. We do not see him really making any mistakes. This dude is the cleanest Manon I've seen. There is no Manon. I'm not gonna say it, but you know, he's clearly just super clean with the Manon right there. I'm beyond impressed. I'm sorry to say this. I hope he's not watching the stream right now, but I think I like Idom's Manon more than just
Yo, dang, the call out. Okay.
Yeah, we got Manon showing up in several different parts of like competitive Street Fighter 6 in this first week, and I mean, I'm thinking it's like the metal part. It's the fact that she does not lose her trait as she continues into the round. And we've seen time and time again how other characters like Jamie seem pretty good at the start, and then you realize, man, I gotta drink my ass off to actually keep up with the rest of these characters. So it's a fascinating thing that some characters have that, and then others don't.
Yeah, it really is, and I kind of like that design. You know, it's because you're always going to question, well, why? But I guess you take a character like Jamie, and Jamie is so like it's just essentially a different character when he's fully wasted. So maybe it might be a little bit overkill if the character started out with 4 drinks in the following round, whereas Manon is just like, hey, I just get a little more damage on this grab, so you got to watch out. And I love that. I really do. It's unique. And every character is different, and so we'll see. Even though Jamie doesn't have that ability, I don't know if we see any Jamie at all in this tournament today. But hopefully we see some Jamies do some work. Yeah, there's some Jamies.
Yeah, so guys, we got some more matches coming up very soon. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go to break really fast and set up the next set of fights. Our Twitch rival Street Fighter 6 Legacy will continue. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back to the hottest show on the road right now. Welcome back to Twitch Rivals, where today and tomorrow we're playing Street Fighter 6. But check this out, chat. The State Farm Gamerhood Challenge is back for a whole new season, with 5 episodes airing every Thursday in June at 7 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/State Farm. State Farm's Gamerhood is a one-stop shop for backyard games, video games, and online games. Check it out, though. It's a 5-week gaming tournament with star streamers such as Ninja, Dante, BK, Crystology, and appearances by everyone's favorite neighbor, Jake from State Farm. So tune on in and play along at home to win some sweet prizes. Every Thursday in June, so don't miss episode 2 coming up on Thursday, June 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/State Farm. Now to bring in all the action back, let's bring Max back into the frame. And Max, so far we've seen some amazing matchups, great commentary and whatnot. But my question to you is, what has been the most exciting part about this so far? Is it the performance from an individual player, or just a team that's showing off in a big way?
Thanks for holding it down, Belly. Yeah, I think the most exciting thing that I'm looking forward to and has been going on is seeing character specialists, is seeing that folks expertise with certain characters and then sometimes switching it up to other characters, like we saw Alex Valle, a legendary Street Fighter player and notably a Ryu player, suddenly picking Blanca. So, you know, that's fascinating.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now, the most fascinating thing that I've seen so far is hands down Kimberly. Kimberly's been amazing. I can't wait to go into the lab with her, but also I can't wait to see what the best players in the world are gonna do with her. So Max, feel free to take it away with the commentary, and hey, have some fun.
Thanks, Valley. I appreciate it, man. All right, let's bring back in James and Mike. Hi, guys. How's it going? You know, I feel like we're getting to the point of this tournament where we're going to see just a lot of like dominating performances by individual characters and these character specialists. Do you think we're going to start seeing anything different, or do you think that as of right now, Sonic Fox is the person of the hour using JP? We have Diaphone dominating with Kimberly, and we clearly have seen IDOM do some insanely impressive stuff with Manon. It's funny to me that all of these are brand new characters.
It's a very good point. Very good point. Right. Like, we're not seeing the characters from the beta that are really, Diaphone. Sorry. Got the Kimberly on lock. I almost overlooked Diaphone that quickly. But it's, I don't know if we're going to see the same domination moving forward. You know, these are top players. These are players that have, you know, reached the apex in their respective games. So now they're probably looking at going through the footage. They've probably got another window open right now that are looking at forums saying, all right, what's the counter to this? How do I beat this? You know, let me go to Automatic's page. Let me look at all of his tech, because he has tech for every single character out there. You know, they're definitely doing their, oh my gosh, Jury's going crazy. They're definitely doing their research right now to try to prevent that kind of domination.
You've got Just a Kid going here with that Jury, going up against Alex Myers. So we're at Team Street Fighter 4 and Team Street Fighter 5 here, going up against each other. Of course, the last iteration of the two most previous Street Fighter games going at it here.
And, you know, we get to see a chance where Just a Kid is going up against old man Alex Myers, who just turned 29 or 30,
Stop it,
something
Mike.
like that. Hey man, he said it. He said it. Don't you know?
Oh, this is gonna be a punish right here for Alex. Yeah, just goes for the drive impact, the full punish. And Alex Myers taking round number 1 pretty solidly. He has said that he doesn't feel like Chun-Li is super strong, but he's definitely doing work with this character.
Well, you know, I think that what you were told was just some typical downplay discussion right there, because I think Chun-Li is top 3 in this game. I think Chun-Li is super strong. And also, you know, maybe Old Man Myers doesn't really want to give credit to Chun-Li. But yeah, I think the character is super strong.
Hey, look, I'm with you on that one. I think Chun-Li is amazing. The fact that she can actually anti-air without a charge with her up kicks now with the Tenshokan, like, That's just like that's wrong. She should never have that.
Yeah, even from like a very early perspective, when like the game was first playable, right? Like almost a year ago now. When you're looking at Chun-Li, I'm like, wait, they gave her a stance? Okay, that's cool, but she can do 1 or 2 things right. 6 things. I'm like, wait, what? Like, wait, she has that much stuff?
She has a stance. Oh,
Yeah, and you know what?
under that.
The worst thing about the stance. I was at the PAX East event over there, and you know I was talking about Chun-Li, and she would go into the stance, and I'm like, just wake up and hit her because nobody can block in their stances, right? And it turns out she can block while she's in her stance, and I'm like, really?
I think that's pretty funny. Here I am placing Chun-Li so high on the tier list. I didn't even know she had a stance. I was just wondering, why am I not being able to get any damage on this character? It seems like she has anti-airs and she can combo in her anti-airs. Like, just a solid character. But I seriously didn't know. And I want to apologize to everybody. You know, I duped Max. I told Max, you know, yeah, I'll commentate this. I know everything about Street Fighter 6, and now he's finding out the truth. So I just want to apologize.
Dang, okay. Mike Ross has been exposed here. Max has exposed you, Mike. This is what's happened.
As the kids call it, that was a little bit of cap right there. So Myers right now going against Idom, and again, you know, this is something that Max kind of brought up earlier, is are we going to see the same domination? I wanted to throw it out there. I wanted to believe that no, we won't see it. And Myers does have a chance to show that I am right in what I'm talking about. And let's see if he has what it takes to take out this domination of Idom right now.
Well, he's got a good sequence going over here. Got Idom on the corner, but tried to go for the drive impact. Nice escape from the corner from Idom. And you see Idom just backing off. Oh, no!
Did the wrong thing. Oh, nice reaction. Oh, wait. What? Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, he did hit him. I thought he was blocking.
Yeah, I didn't look
I
like
was
it
so
didn't hit him
scared.
at first, right?
Yeah. I was scared. Alright, look at this. Alex is looking so strong right now. Oh, did he block it? No, he neutral jumped, got away, and still was able to punish that. Alex is looking so strong. Dude, you're right, Mike. Actually, I'm not gonna root for this downplaying guy right here. I mean, look what he's doing with his character.
Yeah. I mean, I call it like it is. You know, I call it like I see it. It's I recognize downplaying. I also knew that we weren't going to see that domination because now Alex Myers just defeated Idom. And look at Idom smiling about it, just having a good time. Doesn't matter if he wins or loses, just having a good time. But I had that gut feeling, you know, from one top player to the other, to put myself in the top player's mentality. You end up trying to download the opposition and trying to figure out ways to stop it. So they said, I'm not going to let Idom just run through all of us.
You saw the way that round ended. How do you give Chun-Li a fireball uppercut game? Threw a fireball, Idom jumped over, instant anti-air, don't need to charge it. You know what? Alex Myers, he is an official down player now. He is part of the down players crowd.
Fighter 4 days, if you ever downplayed Sakura, because she was always obviously super good, but yeah, it's great to see him showing up today and being really impressive with a character that, you know, we haven't seen a ton of in this tournament.
Right, yeah, exactly. We've only seen his. I think we saw Amir's, and I don't recall if we saw another Chun. But right now, did you guys notice? Did you see Snake Eyes get up on the pad and crack his knuckles beforehand because he said it's time for me to go to work, and he's working.
This is a classic Wednesday night fights matchup over here, and you know the first day you said you heard Snake Eyes saying he was comfortable with this character. First day I went to his stream, he was complaining about this character, and I know I'm part of team down players too, and I'm trying to downplay this character, but Snake Eyes definitely, I mean, maybe it's changed, maybe he's figured something out with this character.
I mean, you know, I think it's just also a sign of age. I think the older you get, the more you downplay, right? Oh my god.
What? Oh wait, are you saying that Alex Myers is old then?
Well, Well, he said it. I didn't know that. I thought he was young, but he said that he's an old man now, so I have to believe what he said. I think he said he just turned 25, so yeah, he's old. He's an old. Going to work doing huge damage. Oh.
You after me? Looking for trouble?
You're not getting out of here alive.
Don't make more work for me.
Man, you're toast. Engage! Fight! Go.
Oh, whoa.
They're here.
You got something to say?
That's enough.
Oh.
Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight!
Almost at me. See ya.
This sucks.
Clear!
What do you want? You got something to say? Spinning bird kick!
Hey, hold up.
I'm gonna say, please. Oh God, this fool is out of control.
Oh,
Yes.
yo, stop, Snake Eyes. Don't make me play this character again.
Heath is good. Oh my gosh. Whoa, what the? Defense. Oh, no way.
The reactions.
I think that's
Is
done.
he dead?
Yes. Yep. Yo, take a sip.
And you see the nod from Snake Eyes after it killed? He was like, yep. He's like, I'm the best. That was definitely one of those I'm the best nods, for sure.
Snake Eyes.
Dangerous things out on the game right now.
That is a terrifying thought right there, that Snake Eyes can optimize his character even more. Oh, look at this, Samurai going away from the Luke and playing Ryu in this matchup.
I think this is what people want to see from Samurai. I mean, he's been playing Ryu a very long time, since Street Fighter 4, which I think was one of his first Street Fighters that he took seriously. And he started off really learning the game is all between Luke versus Ryu.
Yeah, I feel like Snake Eyes and Samurai, interestingly enough, even though Snake Eyes is on Team SF5, I mean, he probably would fit a little more on Team SF4, but these two players kind of became, dominant and started showing off their skills at the same time. They were kind of like the last of like the kind of Alex Valle, style, just play with your heart kind of, players.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Snake Eyes is just. Yeah, you're exactly right, and I do agree with that kind of switch up. I would expect to see Snake Eyes on the SF4 team and Samurai on the SF5 team. However, it doesn't matter. I'm glad they're both playing and on teams. And right now we're seeing Snake Eyes again land that ridiculously fat combo. I love that EX lariat into the spinning air pile driver. That is insane.
Nice. Okay, Samurai trying to play this footsies here. You can see this. And wow, just going for spinning pile driver. And that was a punish kick. What a reaction! Wow.
James, if there's one thing to never doubt, it's Snake Eyes using Zangief in a team tournament.
Look, Snake Eyes obviously been playing for a long time, veteran. I don't think I can use my old age as an excuse for reactions anymore. When you see what Snake Eyes is doing, Mike, I might just be bad.
Don't say it, James. Don't do it. Yeah, dude. I just you see those kind of reactions in an online environment, especially, and that one felt like it could have been halfway between a read, halfway between a reaction. But if Snake Eyes hadn't already had a huge pedigree of reacting to absolutely insane stuff, then well, I'm just gonna give him the credit.
That's right. Yeah, Snake Eyes, absolute monster. Yeah, his reactions are always ridiculous. James, don't worry. You can still blame the controller. You can blame the Wi-Fi. You can blame the lag. You can blame the stage. There's a lot of things you can still blame before you blame yourself.
You know what? I'll take that advice. Oh no, Nephew tried to go for the back throw, trying to put Snake Eyes into the corner, didn't work, but still manages to get the combo and trying to catch up here, but nice check from Snake Eyes.
And yeah, just you guys know, Nephew is the anchor for Team SF4. He is their last hope right now. And Snake Eyes is on path of beating the entire team himself.
Oh, wall splat, kill. And yep, there it is, just one round away. I mean, he's good at this. Remember, he did that in the NorCal versus SoCal 5v5. Remember, NorCal beat us down 4-0. Snake Eyes was the anchor, and he just reverse 5-0'd the rest of the team in one of the most epic team tournament runs ever. So he is definitely used to pulling this kind of a victory off.
Huh, I wonder what he was going for there. If that was an input error, might have been. Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, here we go. Hits him with the level 3 here. Gonna get some decent damage here, but now Nephew, he's still in burnout. He's just trying to kill the time right now so he can gain some of that drive gauge back, and there it is. He's back and fully stocked here with stuff, but Snake Eyes has been checking the drive rush every single time. attention to this storyline over here? Is he like, you know what? I'm gonna stop this run here.
I don't know if we've seen JB or Brian F play yet. I don't know if anybody's gotten past Snake.
Are they in this
Oh,
tournament?
did you get it?
Are they actually players?
They are players, yeah. So, you know, we've seen if Jeff the Kid, Idom, Snake Eyes, JB, and Brian F.
Yeah, I mean, I'll believe it when I see them, but Snake Eyes try to make sure
right.
that they don't have to play. Okay. Nephew down in life, but he is trying to keep Snake Eyes out as best as possible. No anti-air, but a drop combo from Snake Eyes, but no punish from Nephew.
Oh, this is gonna do some damage, but Snake Eyes still in it.
Yeah, he's got one more hit.
nice block. Safe on that
Yeah,
overhead.
plus
perhaps?
frames on
Or the
that.
driver?
Oh. One more hit for Nephew. Tried to go for a shimmy right there. Snake Eyes not biting.
Oh my god. Oh, look at Snake just walking. He's walking.
Oh my what?
Oh,
He got the wall splat!
this dude. This dude is something else. Slip that jug, Snake. Get hydrated. This.
I can't process what he's doing. He's too good, Mike. He's a genius. How do you play at this level?
Dude, this dude just slowly walked him all the way to the other corner. Bro, I'm like, we're now 10 seconds into this walking. All right, here we go.
That is a sign of true competence, and I like that. It's like, I have to do it. You know, I need to win. I'm not afraid, and you're not gonna hit a button because you're actually afraid of me. And that's what he showed. Helpful, like you said, Max, like 10 seconds, and still got it. I swear, watching it, it's a beautiful thing to watch this level play. You know, to see just all of the mind games that are going in there like that. I love it. Nope, he's too afraid to check the walk in. It's just. Shout out to Snake. Snake's ridiculous. We still don't know if JB or Brian F are actually on the team.
The craziest thing is just that he's so calm about it too, because like if I won that, I'd just be like popping off. I'd be like, yeah, I'm the best, whatever. But for Snake, like it was Tuesday, man. Like he just doesn't care, you know. It's just another day for him.
I think that's the demeanor of a Geef player, right? You've had so many millions of fireballs thrown in your face and have had to deal with it for so long that just like this character, I don't even need to worry about it. I'll just walk her down, you know? And that's kind of like exactly what Snake has been going through. This dude just took, I believe it was Texas Showdown, correct me if I'm wrong, with in Guilty Gear Strive using Potemkin, which is, you know, not a character that you see all the time in high level of that game, from what I understand. So like this is the stuff he lives on. He like literally lives on characters with all this ridiculous oppression and insane projectiles and nonsense. And no, I'm just gonna walk you down and grab your ass.
Yes, Max. Yes, that's exactly what he did. Yeah, and you're right. Yeah, he took Texas Showdown with Potemkin, and you know that was something I think I don't know. I could be wrong. I might be. I hope I'm not. I think that was his first and only offline Strive tournament that he entered. I don't know. I'm gonna have to fact check that one, but I think for some reason I think that might be an accurate statement. Somebody can fact check me on that later, but again, it's kind of like what he's used to. He shows up and he just wins. And yet his cool, calm demeanor is just as intimidating as, you know, anything else. Oh, and we're about to see Sonic Fox back on the sticks versus Kizzy K. I Hope Bears. Team Animation.
And yeah, we saw how dominant Sonic Fox was earlier. I'm sure you're planning to come in here and do the same thing, try to take 5 in a row, and have, you know, make it so that their teammates don't have to play either.
Yeah, and it looks like right now Sonic Fox is on a 4-win streak because Kizzy K is the anchor on their team. So Sonic Fox has just been doing work, you know, while we were commentating that previous match. It's all up to Kizzy. It's all up to DJ. I think DJ is an outstanding character. Personally, I still think these are the number 1 and number 2 characters in the game. But Sonic Fox is too solid. That's solid Fox.
And you know what? You probably have seen a lot of it in first person in person because Cien, of course, just took ICFC Asia with DJ. Just basically for you, like today, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, and I'm sure you've probably fought Cien's DJ a bunch already.
You might be surprised. I've only fought Cien's DJ, I think, 1 game total, but I've seen his DJ a lot, and it's part of the reason why I think he's the best character in the game. But the way Sonic Fox just dominated, I think he just OCV to an enemy right there. Oh my goodness. Sonic Fox is an absolute menace.
And again, just having a character like JP, I mean, you remember in Street Fighter V, when they first played Street Fighter V in Season 1, they tried to use Bong. Bong is another one of those characters that is, you know, kind of that NRS-y kind of style, but Bong wasn't very good in Season 1, and so, you know, it didn't carry a Sonic Fox through that game, but now, from the get-go, one of the best characters in the game, like almost feel like tailor-made for Sonic Fox. We could be seeing a very long Street Fighter 6 career for Sonic Fox.
And we've been seeing folks post a whole bunch of defensive tech against him, right? There's a lot of cool combos that JPs are posting, but there are stuff that people are finding like to the hour of just how to get around some of this ridiculous like full screen offense and where you can drive rush in, or you know, Ryu actually has a pretty good answer for a lot of it. You just full screen Tatsu his ass and it's like, oh, that actually works. So characters that have these like long reaching mobility tools can get around this stuff. It's just there's a couple of calls you have to make. You have to hope you don't go for the spike. You have to hope they don't go for all this insane stuff because JP's a character that is ridiculous from long range. Either way, guys, we got more of our Twitch rival Street Fighter 6 Legacy Showdown right after this. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go to break, and yeah, we'll see if we get some more dominating performances right after this.
favorite Street Fighter character is Hugo from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. He's been such a lesson in patience and understanding how the game works and really trying to figure out how you can be the best, because you have to play at your opponent's pace with Hugo.
I think a lot of people might expect me to say Balrog's my favorite Street Fighter character. You know, I'm not too attached necessarily to the personalities of the characters. It's more the gameplay, and it's all about Oro for me right now in Street Fighter 5, just because he's so creative and there's so many different things to master with him, and I love always having something to work towards and always having to improve with.
Welcome back to the most electrifying show in the world right now, Twitch Rivals, and today, also tomorrow, we're playing Street Fighter 6. It's been an amazing time so far. Me, it's your boy Belly. Right next to me is my dude, Max, and Max, we've been having a dang good time so far, but curious, man, are you a cosplayer by any chance? Have you ever cosplayed? When was the last time you cosplayed, if you have?
I'm cosplaying right now. I'm cosplaying a Twitch streamer, right? It's really weird. I hope I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I was hearing that the Twitch guys were actually reaching out to the cosplay community, right, for pictures of like Street Fighter related cosplay.
Yeah, and the Twitch Rivals community also can show off their cosplay skills by submitting pictures and also videos of themselves cosplaying as their favorite Street Fighter characters. And matter of fact, we collected some of the best submissions. Let's go ahead and show it off. I wonder if we're gonna see a really good Zangief one right now as well, since he's been popping off. But take a look at it, man. It's beautiful.
That would be rare. Wow, this is so Hooded Woman is a Bison cosplay. I feel like we've seen something fairly close to this in the form of Cammy in some point in Street Fighter's history. Chad will have to let me know if this was in Street Fighter 4 or something. I'm not entirely sure, but this one's super cool.
I love that. Jennifer Bender cosplays are one of my favorites as well. If we have another one, put it on the screen. There we go. You gotta love the old school characters being cosplayed as well.
So I got to give shout out to Joshimitsu. This guy used to be my Dark Knight in Final Fantasy 11 in the year like 2002.
Yes.
I was the Paladin, he was my Dark Knight, and now he's like a super buffed out Ryu cosplayer. Good stuff, Josh. That's my dude right there. And also the Ruby Heart cosplay, very good. It's an NPC too, technically.
It's great. Also, okay, you know what I like about this one, Max? Is that the fact that he's just showing off the cosplay. It's the entire shot, the whole focus of the shot right now. It being in action and everything. This is art. I love it.
Yeah, it's funny how like the medium has changed, right? Especially as somebody that used to go to conventions in the early 2000s, of how photography and cosplay and people taking it seriously, it could be your job now to be like a cosplay photographer, much less like Johnny here to pull off amazing poses and perfect representation of a character. Jeez, Miss Valentine, this Chun-Li alt is epitome Third Strike in my opinion, right? The white Chun-Li alt costume, so sick.
It's amazing. Chun-Li, my favorite character in all of Street Fighter, by the way. The all white as well. Miss Valentine, you're simply amazing. Do we have another one, by the way, by any chance? Production? Let's see. Oh, wow. Talk about a shot. Talk about a shot, Max. Come on.
I think we were just talking about this, how it's like, yeah, just set up for the most like amazing shot, perfect composition. I appreciate Big Boss doing a brand new Ryu cosplay because it is appropriate. Bearded Ryu, best Ryu, but also like jumping 30 feet in the air respectively. That's insane.
Oh, this is fire right here as well. I love it. By the way, the best part about the cosplays to me, other than the amazing, perfect capture frames, it's the hair. Everyone's bringing the hair, and it's just looking fabulous in all ways.
Yeah, shout out to Safadesu, Poison cosplay. That's a hugely popular character. Was finally playable in Street Fighter 4, right? Also in Street Fighter 5, Fantasy Ninja, also with C. Viper, a character that appearance was in Street Fighter 4 as well. I think a lot of people want her to come back. I think C. Viper has a fan base relatively, and I think she's actually in one of the ending scenes. I think this is a popular one.
Really? I hope so. Yeah, C. Viper, definitely my favorite character from that game as well. The Fantasy Ninja, good stuff. By the way, those of you at home, we keep saying, if you like the streams, visit the streams. If you like the cosplay, visit their ads right here. And this man is moving. This man is moving.
Oh, D-Pity commits so much to his cosplay that it's impressive. This is that viral Deadpool cosplayer, I'm pretty sure, that would go to conventions as Deadpool in character and like play out skits as Deadpool with other cosplayers. I think that's D-Pity. So Big shout out to him and his family. I'm hoping I'm not getting that wrong, because this looks absolutely amazing, and it's great to see such engagement from the community. You know, that's the wonderful thing about Street Fighter, is that it brings out a creativity in a lot of people, and it's always done that.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, Max, I gotta go soon so we can get back to the games, but curious, if I give you like 20 gifted subs, can you dance like that on stream for the people?
No! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't do that. It's not gonna work, but I appreciate it.
Hey, listen, y'all have some fun. I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy.
Yo, thank you, Valley. Have a good one, man. I could get James to do it though. We could have James officially just, you know, break it down right in front of us. Right, we could have him do the Darkstalkers shuffle. It could be good. That's all I'm saying.
Look, all I'm gonna say is that yes, you are correct. That is Deep Pity, the Deadpool that would go to all the different you know, conventions and play Deadpool and kind of like, you know, troll people over there. But you know, I mean, just, you know, I can't do the dances that he can, but if you watch my streams, you can watch me cosplaying as a good fighting game player, because, you know, cosplay is about fantasy, right? It's about trying to, you know, be something that you're not. So I do that every stream.
And I'll just throw this in before we get to our next matches. I think I made Ultra David cosplay at some point in his life. I'm sorry about that, David. My truest apologies.
You know what, looking back, it was hilarious. I had a good time doing it. Some of my favorite gifts of myself are from the Assist Me episode, so I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I was a terrible actor, though, so thanks for having me anyway. Here we are. It's the match. We got Team Versus Fighters, as you could see. One of the teams that I think we've called as being, like, man, very strong. But same thing for Street Fighter 5. And that team, Street Fighter 5, you know what? They haven't lost yet.
Yeah, he does.
4 straight wins.
He just wants to keep the pressure going.
Just a kid, of course, you know, being one of the premier players from the Midwest at this point, maybe one of the strongest, if not the strongest. I mean, you mentioned earlier on stream that he is the last big giant Street Fighter 5 major winner at Combo Breaker, right? So, yeah, I mean, he might be considered the strongest.
Capcom Cup. Sure, super good player. But in this tournament, it hasn't really been his day. This has been mostly about IDOM behind him, Punk after that. So there's, I'm sorry, for IDOM especially after that.
Yeah, and then of course Dual Kevin is, you know, he was on Street Fighter League, obviously very strong, but he was known for being basically one of the best UMVC3 and MVCI players, especially with that Hawkeye in UMVCI, and also played a very solid Rashid in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, so far in this game, he's looking really good. He's holding on to a great spot on screen. Yeah, exactly that. He knew exactly what was coming.
On point.
Well, it worked out. You know what? All you can say is it worked out for Kevin. It wasn't exactly how he hoped that was going to go, but the big smile on his face tells you that's cool. It's all right. Worked out.
A win is a win is a win. You saw that too. His little follow. His little badge right there was Hawkeye. So yep, there you go. Definitely one of his favorite characters.
Take those.
I'm surprised that we don't see that much Jury so far in week 1 of Street Fighter 6. I've seen her a couple of times. Like, there's a couple players in this 40-person tournament using her, but it's not really what I thought there was going to be. I really thought that we were going to see more. She seems really good.
Yeah, I was surprised too, because I mean, in the beta, I remember a lot of people after Guile, they were talking about Jury, you know, as potentially being the second best character or something like that. Probably turned out a lot of people felt like Kimberly was the second best in the betas and such, but Jury was always considered really strong.
Go Burnout approaching. He doesn't want to extend too far.
Oh yeah.
As you can hear Yipes chiming in the background here on this call.
Yep. Yep, I love it.
Team off bar like that? Even though she's so close to the Burnout? Let's do it.
Yes.
Dude, you cannot ask for a better teammate, I think, than Yipes, right? I mean, do you want anybody else cheering you on in the call like this? That's not that. You know, Yipes is gonna hype you up better than anyone else.
He's definitely a pro at hype. There's no doubt about that. But Dual Kevin did it on his own, right there. You know, again, Shouts to him. I think he's looking really sick in this game so far. For Jack, that's it for this one. But again, that team that he's on with Brian F, who we haven't seen, with JP, who I don't think we've seen either, and IDOM and Snake Eyes basically running the table. IDOM up now.
Yeah, speaking of IDOM, like you said, IDOM has been doing some damage. One of the best at knowing, reading when the opponent wants to get away from throws and when they're scared to move. He's so good at that. Just very classic standard throw or strike mix-up, and that's what made his Laura so scary.
Classic IDOM. He's already almost into the corner. Yeah, full on corner pressure now. Oh, let's go. Dual Kevin explodes out. No. I mean, at least for him again. Maybe not entirely what he wanted, but it worked.
Interesting, IDOM really just kind of backing off right now. Playing very defensive and did just end up getting burned out. Remember, so your overdrive gauge increases differently depending on what you're doing. And because IDOM was jumping so much, jumping actually nerfs your overdrive gauge return, your burnout timer really badly. So you don't want to jump a lot when you're in burnout.
Okay. On the other hand, still, even though it takes a little longer, you're also still safer than if you had just moved around. I don't know, interesting. Interesting to consider how to approach. There's a lot of different things like that that we have to try to figure out in this game, how to approach.
That's probably why they did it, right? Because they knew if you were safer while jumping all the time. Yeah.
Nice.
And right now, Dual Kevin not feeling safe at all. Being rushed out in the corner here by IDOM.
Oh, let's do it. Oh, she's blown up. That's it. The round's over. I mean, one thing you can say is that in this third round, Manon is still at 3 medals. And that's good. It's going to be damaging. But oftentimes when she's in final round, it's already 4 or 5. So, you know, it could be worse. Oh, no, it's 4.
Huh?
Yeah, the hardest thing about, Manon is that she gets medal by just playing the game that she wants to play. Like Jamie's got to give up pressure to get the drinks and stuff. Manon is like, I need to build medals, and I'll do that by just playing my game.
Yeah, like my goal is to have scary command graphics. So in order to do that, I'm gonna play scary command graphics. Yeah.
It's almost like she's like the ultimate strike throw character because her reward from the throw can end up being huge. Right? It's like if she just plays that game and just essentially makes her way in, I think the most interesting matchup that we saw tonight was actually Manon versus like Geef, because like sort of similar game plans, right? Sort of similar kind of like normals, but clearly like even Manon with 5 levels is going to output damage at a level that Geef might even not be able to keep up with, which is actually insane.
Again, I mean, Manon is just, she's one of those characters. It's interesting because I have heard from Manon players that they say they feel like she has, trouble, maybe a little difficulty. I know she's got some of those special moves with the really long range kicks and stuff, but they're very punishable on block. But again, she's just a character that just keeps getting scarier and scarier and scarier. It's hard to stay calm against a character like that.
Out of that kick special, she has the really unsafe, I think it's the low that's the really unsafe one. But the other ones can be spaced pretty effectively to not be too worried about it, but still cause like pushback. So she's just a bully. She's just bullying you constantly in the corner. Looking pretty good doing it, by the way. One of my favorite outfits in the whole game is Manon outfit 2. It's so good. Like that's...
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I'm surprised that wasn't just like default outfit, but yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, and I think she's a fascinating character because she's one of the few in Street Fighter that actually I think it's a target combo, can pull you towards her. And then that is where like the ultimate mix-up happens, where she gets so much for damage, she just goes into a light confirm into special and then does it again to your ass. So I think her game plan is like focused, and it's hard to escape that. Usually that's the case in a lot of fighting games. You get these simple game plans that are hard to escape.
Coach Steve, always the Blanca.
Let's see.
Yeah. And I think Capcom knew what they're doing. Like, I love that Kimberly outfit number 2. Everyone's like, I'm surprised that's not the main one. Nah, you gotta grind that world tour to get those.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. You gotta earn those good ones. I mean, they're all nice. Not like the defaults are crappy, but I hear that. Leveling up to number 2 already. We got Blanca in the corner. Blanca with air Kano ball in this game, by the way.
Yeah, and you know what? The very first time he ever had an air Blanca ball like that was Street Fighter EX. He had a super air Blanca ball that did almost exactly that.
No, he hadn't pressed the button yet.
Listen.
Oh, maybe just wasn't confident in the ability to get a punish there. Uh-oh.
Oh, I almost thought we had a desync or something like that, but
yeah,
no,
it seemed
I
kind of
still managed to
funky.
take it.
There's that little mid-range there where, look, I see a lot of Manon struggling in that range, but when it comes to Idom, he just has, oh my god. Full screen Amazon River run, you know, it is one of the longest rivers in the world.
It's true, and that, you know what? That's the lore for Blanca, right? They wouldn't have given him that if the Amazon River was really short, you know?
Oh, you're right, yeah. That's what it's all about. It's all about geography for Capcom. In the meantime, we got Coach Steve completely in control of his geographic place. It's all about the corner. He's been there the whole time.
Yeah, he's only got one
Yes,
Blanca
well,
ball left here. Oh no! Oh, he missed the juggle.
Just so you know.
What? That's
that
can actually
just
be above the DI. I love it. That is some incredible tech.
So unfortunate for Idom. Idom was like, yo, check out my amazing read. And then Blanca was like, no, you forgot I'm Blanca. I'm weird. I make things not work.
Okay, so he'll get close to burning out Coach Steve, or maybe he will, depending on where exactly that bar's
like
yeah, not quite,
pixels
not quite.
away. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
And got some drive meter back for himself.
Oh, he actually burned himself out.
Yeah, in order to get into this position where next hit could kill, it's gonna. What do you want?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I've noticed about Idom is he is definitely not the kind of player to be scared to go into burnout. He is just using the meters like crazy, like it's candy, basically.
Again, like it's an early time in the game. Oh, whatever. People have been playing for half a year, but you know what I mean. Most of us, it's like fairly new. And so we're all trying to come up with how to approach this new drive gauge, and that's cool. That's a lot of fun. I like that a lot. It's also the case that you have to think about the matchup. So like, what maybe he just wasn't worried about Blanca and Blanca's ability to be a threat in burnout. Also, next hit would kill, so just go for the gusto anyway. So there's a lot to think about.
All right, listen, bro. This is a New York.
It's exciting to see how players want to use green bar at this early level. Is it worth just burning out and getting as much advantage as possible, or do you actually sit on it?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite aspects of the game because it really changes depending on who you are, because some people out there are just like, if I got it, spend it. Other people are just like, no, don't touch my drive gauge, you know? And I love that, you know, disparity between play styles.
There are lots of choices to make in the game, that's for sure. Oh, the low medium after the drive rush, very scary.
Oh, interesting. Goes for the juggle.
He's gonna get a level on this
very
too.
JP-esque, and yeah. Oh boy, getting the level 3 medals in round number 2, which is really terrifying and scary thought for round number 3. But you know what? You might not even need a round number 3 if you're getting the 5 medals.
Yipes is in trouble. Yipes, you're a hit away from death. Oh no. I don't know how much meter Idom has, but it's probably a lot at this point. Yeah, it was a lot. Oh man, he
he's
actually
got the
was
whole
one hit
level
away from
3.
death.
Wait, is this gonna kill? Is this gonna kill? Oh, it did kill Idom. Oh man.
So Yipes, I think I got to say Yipes' name one time. And that match was over.
It's funny how fast those medals build up, right? You were saying that like she builds it not just one way. It's not just like the raw command grab. She has like a hit command grab you can combo into. That also gives her medals. There's apparently like a target combo or a combo of some kind that also gives her medals. I thought the plan was a bit simpler, where you just had to land command grabs, but apparently it's kind of multifaceted. Ooh, I'm very curious to see how this is going to go down here.
We saw this one earlier, and I think the quote from Justin was, after he got completely dunked, he said, "I never got to play." He played a whole game versus Idom, and afterward he was like, "I never got to play."
Oh, so wait, have the
Hopefully for
teams
his, it
played
goes
each other
better.
more than once?
Yeah, each team plays each other twice, and this is now the second time that we're seeing this matchup happen.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely both going with the Lady Gaga outfit here. Okay.
Parry, wow.
Oh, nice. Now, keep in mind, parry does not change frame data. A lot of people feel like if they parry things, it makes them recover faster. That's only perfect parries. But it does prevent the pushback, which allows you to punish things that you couldn't punish normally.
I wish we called it shield. I don't like the name parry. I wish it was shield and parry. But, you know, this is the world that we live in. Because, yeah, it is basically just a shield. You don't lose drive gauge. The pushback's a little different. But other than that, it's just the same as blocking.
Ooh, tried to go in there. Checked by Idom. You can see Idom being
That was too close.
That's a
There
punish.
is a range where that overhead can be legit, but that was too close. And to Idom's credit, he had just walked forward, like right before that, to maybe be close enough to punish. That might have been part of his thought process was, oh, I've been out for a long time. Justin's gonna think I'm at a range where it's safe. Come on, footsies with command grabs. Oh no.
And then there's that mix-up right there after the pull-in effect. And what the heck? That looks so weird. What happened? Oh, and
What
there
happened
it is.
was
I'm
Justin
gonna
lived,
take it
but
over
only
Justin.
barely. Yeah. Yeah, that was the fast round. That was the fast round right
Yeah.
again.
And then by the time that level, that last medal built, and then 2 command grabs, it's like, oh my god, this is 10 seconds in, you've lost 90% of your life. Woo-wee! This game is getting crazier and crazier as the days go along. I do feel like you got like one of the best footsie players in the world, which is Justin, and some of the best situational awareness, which is like Idom, from all of his experience of being one of the best Street Fighter 5 players, right? And colliding, and now you have this like ultimate strike throw situation of just, are you gonna hold this mix up? Are you gonna hold this throw? And you can't hold the throw if it's doing 50%, dude.
Well,
So
we've
here's
got
the anchor.
Punk versus
Down to
Idom
Punk.
again. Punk beat Idom last time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
You are not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, and it's so crazy to me watching the way that Punk plays Cammy, because he plays her so straightforward. He doesn't use any of the crazy hooligan shenanigans that she has. He plays her just so straight up, and he's so successful with her. I wonder if Punk would ever want to learn any of those crazy Cammy shenanigans, or if he's just satisfied winning the way that he does.
Yeah, I'm sure he's thought about it. Probably just wants to play how he thinks is most effective, and this is it. But right now, okay, that's it's gonna take a round. So again, we have a situation where Punk could take down Idom. Already at 3 medals is Idom. Oh, you can challenge
right
there.
there,
Okay,
Rush.
interesting.
Yeah, it depends on which buttons you hit off of those drive rushes like that. Drive rush cancels. Depending what move you go into the drive rush, they all cause different block stuns. Ooh, what a check!
And that's something I saw him do all day yesterday at the ICFC tournament. He was ready for that almost every time. People were not able to DR into him.
Oh, what a great reaction by Idom. Not gonna catch him off guard. And look at this damage, and it will kill. And Idom here trying to finish the job off by taking out Punk. But can Punk once again score a victory and stop Idom's win streak. You can see if their 4 win streak, can Punk stop it? But 5 medals now.
2 hits away.
Cammy is a character. Yeah, and Cammy is a character who is not known for doing a lot of damage. For the people who actually do consider her a little bit weaker, the reason is because they think her damage is really low. Now, normally she should be able to rush you down, but Idom just did not give Punk any chance to do anything. Idom, 5 in a row. I mean, look, it might as well be medals, right? He just collected 5 medals by just doing what he does.
Pretty good stuff. Yeah, his game that round, we've been talking all about the command grab and about the levels. It wasn't actually that what killed, but it was the threat that killed, right? Punk obviously understanding that if any of those had been command grabs, if 2 of those had been command grabs, I should say, that would have been it. And so Punk couldn't stand there and needed to get out of the way. Idom knew.
It's almost like I call it like the fear install, right? Where the threat of this thing that you have asset-wise is almost more powerful than you even doing it. And especially at like high-level competition when you get players that really know to look out for stuff. Because man, if it's in the back of your head that I get command grabbed, I'm losing 40% or some crazy number like that, then if she lands that pull in, then she's almost always going to get a target combo or something. You're going to be forced to block. You're going to be forced to eat that next mix because I can't eat 40%. This is going to be insane, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I'm trying, I mean, obviously Snake Eyes showing us differently. I'm trying not to do the Zangief downplay, but it's always like, I always wonder, like, why would you use Zangief if you could just play Manon like that? But you know what? I mean, look, Snake Eyes is slowly turning me into a believer here. So, because I remember he started off being a little bit down on the character, and maybe he's turning around on that.
Because big, slow dude, cool, obviously.
Fair,
What are you talking about?
fair.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that David would get behind, you know, the big grappler character. He's been doing that for a few decades now. Anyway, yeah, it was a great match. Idom is just has such a dominating performance in this tournament so far. It's absolutely insane. I am getting word that we're going to shoot it over to Belly for a second. We got a sponsored segment with State Farm, from what I understand. So, Belly, if you're there, go ahead and take it away.
Oh man, before I take it away though, I want to give a big shout out to James with the cat cam, but also, ladies and gentlemen, those beautiful people that are in the chat right now. We've been spoiled today, from counters to clutches and big plays all around. It's about that time for our State Farm Spotlight. This is where we shine a bright light on something special from today's action. I want to bring the commentators to talk about it all with me right now, but to be honest, from watching Sonic Fox, the IDOM, and the domination that we've been seeing day in and day out, I don't know what we're gonna get today, fellas.
I mean, I guess you can call me Jake Chen again. So, you know, I'm Jake from State Farm here, right? So I'll be Jake Chen for today. So as we start seeing Automatic play some matches over here.
Yeah, we're taking a look at the replay here where Automatic apparently is party. Do command grabs like that. That was sick. This character, it can be terrifying. Her forward movement is just relentless, right? It's not like it's super fast at any one time, but it's just relentless on its way forward. Really hard to contend with her in footsie range. And then once you're cornered,
with a KO, perfect KO like that, There's nothing you can really do. Listen, I never got spanked that bad from my parents, but the spanking that we saw right there, that is exactly why that's our State Farm Spotlight. But hey, before we head on back to the gameplay, let's shine one more quick spotlight on our friends over there at State Farm. Whether in-game or real life, State Farm is on your level, baby. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Max, fellas, the matches that we've seen today, all the way to the State Farm Spotlight, we've been in for a treat. I believe we have one more round of Street Fighter, and I say we head on over to a break. But when we come back, we are going to close out the day very strong. We'll catch you guys there for more Twitch Rivals Street Fighter 6 action.
There's so many Capcom Pro Tour moments, and I know I'm like forgetting so many of them, but I'm just gonna go with IDOM winning Capcom Cup because that was the first time that someone I had previously trained with had gone that far, and he was definitely the underdog in that moment. Someone that you trained with is suddenly on the biggest stage with the biggest prize, you know, winning it all. I think that's a pretty big moment.
What's up, dudes? We're back. We are in the final round of our Day 1 Street Fighter 6 Legacy Showdown. I'm here once again joined by James and Ultra David. Thank you guys for being here. And yeah, we have had a pretty crazy and relatively like dominant first day with some nice surprises here and there. I'm kind of looking forward to see what's going to happen in this final set, but at the same time, it's like I think we're getting a pretty clear idea of what is good in Street Fighter 6 as we're going to check out the standings and whatnot.
Yeah, let's just take a look at. I mean, we've been seeing. It's interesting. A lot of domination from single players. I mean, has anybody else except Sonic Fox even played on Team Multi-Game Gods at this point? We haven't seen Mena RD. We haven't seen Knuckle do. But of course, Team Anime Diaphone doing all of the damage over there, and Team SF2 here from. This is of course Group A here, getting 2 wins as well. But Team 3D, interestingly, with 0 wins right now.
I did think that was the underdog coming in. There you go. And then on the other side, Group B, it's Team SF5. It's IDOM. I mean, really, like that is IDOM, and it's a little bit Snake Eyes. But we still have not seen that full team play, which is incredible. And Team Versus Fighters just behind. We have seen pretty good, back and forth between who's doing well on that team. Team SF4. I was looking for a little bit more from them there. And then Team SF3 with no wins today. 0-5.
I guess.
Yeah, it's just how things eventually boil down,
Yeah, sorry about that, Max. No, I was just about to say, I guess if you have the number 3 in your team name, you're not going to do well at this event.
That's what it's all about. Numerology coming into play.
Yeah, and I just like seeing the fact that we had different representation, right? Audiences from all across the scape of Twitch of different legacies of Street Fighter. That's the whole point of this event. And I am just glad to see these competitors competing in a new battleground. Clearly, we already knew that there were some players on here that were going to be relatively dominant, that there was going to be some competition in here populating some teams that was going to make a lot of sense if they were going to be super good at this. Obviously, Street Fighter 5 skill plays a huge part in being really good at Street Fighter 6 in many ways. And even other players like Diaphone, who I don't know had a ton of experience with, Street Fighter 5, is obviously great at a huge multitude of games and has been amazing at games like Guilty Gear and whatnot over the past few years. But I just like seeing what could be different here, right? It's already clear that there's a lot of SF5 influence in Street Fighter 6, and we're seeing a lot of that skill sort of shine today.
Yeah, and that's always one of the big joys, right? Is that fighting games are all very unique. They're at the core, they're all about fundamentals. There's footsies, there's neutral, etc., etc. But within the games, it's just so different, varying degrees of skills that you pick up, which is why we often recommend to play as many fighting games as you can, because you build up so many different skills. But I love when we get to see all these skills come together and clash, and that's what this event is about, is seeing that kind of a situation.
I view different fighting games as basically the difference between like chimpanzees and humans, where it's 99% of the same DNA, but you look at them and you're like, that's not at all the same thing, right? Completely different, even though they're like almost entirely the same. Because it's true, right? You mentioned some of the things that are the same between different fighting games, and yet, as you can see, some of these players who are amazing at many of the other games are having difficulty today in Street Fighter 6. Now, if they keep playing Street Fighter 6, I have every faith that all the players in here are gonna be super sick at it. So it's just a question of whether they want to stick with it or not. But they've already shown in other games that they are great. It's just that every fighting game's different, and some strengths are great in some fighting games and less important in others. That's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, and this is a lesson that we sort of have to like remind ourselves to teach a new audience, because obviously Street Fighter 6 is bringing in a whole new audience of people that are watching today or playing tomorrow or whatnot, that when you get into this stuff, even at the highest level of play, from people that are of an absolute top echelon of players, have to grind it out. They still have to grind it out. They still have to lose a whole bunch to eventually win. And as long as you understand that it's, you know, it's not a race, it's a marathon, then you'll do just fine.
Yeah. One of my favorite things I saw recently was Cloud 805, one of the best Marvel players and one of the best Dragon Ball players out there, said, wow, Street Fighter 6 is really hard. And, you know, I mean, a lot of people are trying to, you know, give him some flack for that, but I mean, it's just, the fighting games are so different despite being so similar. It's crazy, you know, and it requires different skills, and I love seeing that. I love the variety that we get in fighting games.
This is a really good example right here is Suiken, who's really, really good at Tekken, super good Tekken player. And yet Team 3D just hasn't had it today. They have lost every match so far. Round one we're looking at between these two, or game one I should say. So Shine is starting it off for multi-game gods. And he's looking good.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, we saw Shine playing earlier with the Kimberly, but it doesn't surprise me that he's using this character again. It's just one of those characters that I feel like kind of fits with what Shine wants to do. Rushdown, he wanted to play Lucia in Street Fighter 5 a lot, you know, so it all just kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Ibuki player ends up playing Kimberly. Probably not a big surprise.
I think those costumes on the character too, Kimberly's alternate outfit, to figure out how to unlock all that stuff in single player, man, that stuff is perfect. I'm like, how the heck did her alt outfit not end up being her default? And then I realized how good the default outfit actually looks, and I'm like, oh, okay. She's honestly one of my favorite brand new newcomers to Street Fighter ever.
Yeah, she's really cool, and you. Yeah, it was funny too because I didn't come into the betas expecting to like the character as much as I did, and now like she might potentially be my main character in this game.
Britt, please don't let Shine get perfects in back-to-back games. Can you just hang out and just block? Thank you. This Hot Parts, aka Rip. Hey!
Oh, there we go.
Frame 1 armor.
Headbutt saves him. Oh, here comes the high-level Honda strats.
He honestly still is really close to burning Kimberly out. It's definitely within reach. Hey, beat it! Yo! Oh boy, he could have done a lot more, but all right, yeah.
Yeah, even Shine is smiling like he was like.
Yo, it looks something like he was saying right there. Everybody's looking for Honda to do headbutt, and one of the things you can do about that is drive impact. But if Honda presses a button and makes you think that it's gonna be headbutt, then you could whiff your drive impact. Yeah, that is a legit strategy.
Yeah, he was saying the chop looked like a headbutt. And speaking of the slap chop, you're gonna slap your troubles away with the slap chop. Oh, button is so good. Oh, the mix, dude, so good. This character.
Like you can see that Rip
oh
is
my
slide,
goodness.
and like he's a good player. He blocked the overhead on reaction. It's just that the rest of the game plan is not quite there. Here's what I think happened. I think Rip was on Twitter and he was like, you know, I gotta play in this Twitch Rivals thing in a couple of days. What character can I play without knowing how to play Street Fighter 6? What's the character that I don't need any lab time at all? That I can just go in there and make it happen? There's not a better character for that Van Honda. As a Honda player, I say that. And look, we are at the point now where you can't just get away with headbutts. It's been a fast evolution over these 5 days, but it's already happening.
Yeah, well, this is an interesting one here. A lot of people talking about how strong JP is. The problem is that Kimberly's got some nice teleports. She can run, slide from across the screen to beat a lot of the projectiles because they don't hit on the way out. They only hit on the swing. So she's kind of well equipped to fight this character, in my opinion. See, just like that.
Makes sense, yeah. Sure. And it seems like Shine didn't really worry about putting himself into burnout either. I think he thinks he's gonna have a good time of it regardless. That's a really threatening spot. Like just back and forth at this range.
Yeah.
That's a hard spot.
Yeah, he was just biding his time trying to find a way, and it was a good job right there by MYK to get the sweep there and push him back to full screen. But again, you see, even the ground teleport here coming into play.
Yeah.
Oh, plus frames. And the double
Right
shimmy.
in there again. Shine is just smiling. Oh boy. MYK, please.
Honestly, I mean, you know, it's hard for me not to be biased here because not only is, you know, Kimberly a character that I really enjoy in this game, but I've always just been such a huge fan of Shine. Like, he's just one of my favorite players, honestly.
He's gonna get the level 3 buff that she gets with extra damage and speed. One of the coolest things about her is that they actually animated that. It's so cool. Like the little thing around her little music halo is so sick.
Yeah. And just in case, like...
no! The trickery of it all! What? Come on! Just end it, Shine! Oh, you know.
Don't do that! Don't do that! Oh.
Don't you know that's legend MYK? Don't you know that's a legend?
That was some BM, dude. That was definitely some BM there. I tell you what. You know, you can't quadruple shimmy someone. You can't quad shimmy somebody, man. It's not nice. He's just trying to let him tech the throw. Just let the guy tech the throw, okay?
Oh man, I mean, I was trying to even talk about like, so one of the things that I do love about Street Fighter 6 is they brought back a lot of those little hidden touches and nice little cool things. When Kimberly activates the level 3, it changes the background music. And if you happen to play 2 Kimberlys and the other Kimberly activates a level 3, it then adds vocals to the song. So like, they have a lot of like nice little hidden things like that in the game.
Really cool. Tasty Steve, I mentioned earlier, but he and I have played a lot of Street Fighter V against each other. This is a guy who you may think of as a Tekken and Guilty Gear player, but he really does play everything.
Oh yeah, Steve is super talented, and it's really kind of unfortunate because like a lot of people know him as a commentator and all this stuff, but like during Guilty Gear XX and Exert, he's like one of the best Zappas out there, right? Like a lot of people just don't know. I mean, in NA, he probably was the best Zappa in Exert, if I'm not mistaken.
In XX?
Yeah, I'm sorry, in XX, yeah, sorry.
Shine finally having lost half of his life bar. Oh no.
Yeah, that's I reacting to that. EX overhead.
Steve right there, talking to himself here and just being like, oh man. But again, Kimberly is just one of those characters that's just so fast and just can run right through you like this. And her corner carry is ridiculous, and her overhead is so good, and her level 3 is so, this character's really good.
Yeah. Hey.
Ooh, okay,
What do you got? Oh no. Oh no, it's a Twitch rival stream, man.
I think we all heard that, Steve. We all heard
no,
that,
we didn't.
Steve.
No, you know what? Now.
Hey, you're here to enter the Novice League? You're strong. But I wonder, what is it you fight for? By the way, you aren't holding on to anything for someone, are you? I'm sure you're curious, but it's worthless to someone like you. Take my advice. You'd be better off forgetting about it.
Hey,